Programming is full of different concepts and ideas that you need to learn in order to get good at it. The problem is that there are so many concepts that you need to learn that you can easily get lost in confusion. I used to experience this all the time, so I know how overwhelming and frustrating it can get. You try to learn everything at once. You have tabs everywhere, unfinished tutorials and projects and courses, and generally you get the point. Ultimately, this approach can greatly slow down your progress, because you try to learn so many concepts at once that you end up not learning any of them. But you might say, I need to learn all of them in order to become good at coding. Well, yes, but there's a catch, okay? You see, I used to do this kind of stuff. About a year ago, I was building a minigame using Pygame. As soon as I finished it, what do you think that I did? Instead of further learning Pygame, I went on and bought a new course about another Python library called tkinter. And after that, I think 1 month after that, I again bought a new course about REST APIs this time. I finished that course, but I realized that I hadn't actually learned anything, neither about Pygame nor about REST APIs. However, I noticed that I had a way better grasp of tkinter. You see, although I was practicing and learning about multiple concepts at the same time, tkinter was the one that I had spent the most time in. I had built the most projects with. As time went on, I started to realize that mastering a skill, like programming, is a very slow process, obviously. Simply because, as I said in the intro, there are a ton of things and concepts that you need to learn about. But in order to fully understand them, you need to dedicate countless of hours of practice to each of them. And that's what I did. I started giving each concept the time that it needed to be fully saved in my brain's hard drive, if you get what I mean. Right now, I'm trying to better understand object-oriented programming. In the past, I only spent a few days on it, so after a few months, I completely forgot everything about it. I'm planning to spend some months updating some of my older projects by making them object-oriented. From what I can say right now, I have a way better grasp of this concept than what I used to when I just watched a tutorial and then spent a few days practicing it. So here's the point. If you want to master coding, you can't rush it. Experts often talk about the 10,000 hour rule, around 5 to 8 years of consistent practice before real mastery takes place. And that's expected. You see, there are all these different coding concepts that you need to learn and understand in order to become a good programmer. So focus on slowly learning and saving up those concepts in your brain's hard drive. Practice every single one of them as much as it is required to fully understand them. Build projects, watch courses, fix bugs, look at other people's projects. You get the point. There are a ton of benefits to doing this, with the first one being, obviously, a way deeper understanding of this knowledge. When you slow down, you actually understand the concept, instead of just knowing about it. Otherwise, you'll be like me, who forgot about object-oriented programming after 1 month of learning about it. The second benefit is better and consistent progress. You see, it's better to code for 1 hour per day for the rest of your life than to code really hard, like 12 hours per day for just 1 week and then quit because of burnout. Of course, you want to gradually increase the volume of practice. But don't be an idiot. Don't push way beyond your edge because of your ego. Instead, reach your edge and stay there for a little bit. Feel the pain. This way results in consistency over years, something that is required to master a skill like coding. Consistency over time always beats random bursts of energy. I'm not to the point that I want to get yet, but I see that I'm slowly progressing and I'm getting closer to mastery. Slowly but steadily. It would be foolish if I suddenly started coding for 12 hours per day, because that would be way too challenging for me at the moment. As I get more experienced, I become more resilient and I can take up greater volumes of practice. But for now, I know that I can code maximum for 4 hours a day. I hope. But I'm not going to stay here. As time goes on, I'm going to increase the amount of time and energy that I dedicate to programming, because over time I become more resilient. Anyway, that's a little bit out of topic. The main idea of this video is to dedicate enough time to each concept in order to fully understand it. Okay, don't rush it. Think of it like school. In math, you started by learning about very simple concepts, like 1 plus 1 equals 2. And now in high school, I suppose you are in high school, but in high school you learn about equations, graphs, trinomials, functions, and you get the point. But it took you 6 to 8 school years to get there. It's basically the same with coding. One concept at a time. So what can you do? Step number 1, start simple. There's probably one concept, for example like classes and objects, that you don't fully understand because you rushed it in the past. Step number 2, spend as much time as is required in order to fully understand it. For example, you can go ahead and build 3 projects about this concept. There's no reason to rush this, and you will see that programming is far more enjoyable because you start seeing it like your hobby, like your craft, and not like a burden that you need to rush. Once you are 100% sure that you fully understand this concept, move on to the next concept. But, and that's actually step number 3, you want to periodically review this concept in order to keep it fresh. For example, keep reviewing what you've learned in the past by using it in order to build your new projects. Very simple, okay? Just don't rush it, okay? Focusing may feel slower right now, but it saves up months of confusion later. It's absolutely necessary to deeply understand what you know before stacking on more knowledge. So I ask you to dedicate as much time as it is needed to fully understand each concept. Don't see coding as a burden that you need to rush through. Instead, see it like your craft, something that you're patiently shaping over time. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you found this video helpful, consider pressing the subscribe or the like button. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Remember to start building using the knowledge that you already have faith in Jesus Christ, and take care. And don't rush it, okay?